Hi everyone and welcome to this video. Guys, we are officially nearing the end of the semester. I know I've been saying for the past few weeks that we're coming to the end, but this time I can see it. So I've taken 4 classes this semester and I'm totally finished with my part for 2 of them. One, I already got my final grade, and the other, there's one more thing pending for grading, and then I'll be officially done with it. With that being said, there are 2 exams that are approaching. This coming Thursday, we'll be taking our final exam for pharmacology. And the following Thursday, the 14th of December, we'll be taking the final exam for pathophysiology. If you've been following along on my videos, you'd hear me say that pharmacology and pathophysiology were my heavier courses this semester. They took a lot of time, a lot of reading, a lot of self-teaching, not self-studying. And if you take a quick look at the video, you'll see I'm going through paper. I have the computer on. So here I'm kind of making a plan for this study session. I utilize resources like YouTube to help me simplify content. Like, for example, if I'm doing a topic, let's say antibiotics, and I want to get a breakdown of what it is, how I go about, categorizing it and so on. I first would go to my textbook. I have another resource book, and then I'll figure out what I need further explanation on. And then I'll go to YouTube and, look for videos that can help me understand, whether it's schematic diagrams or mnemonics, and just try to get those kind of learning tools and memory joggers so that I can remember. So on the desk, I have my list of things that I still need to complete, things that I haven't started yet, that I need to either teach myself or go over because I don't remember it. And here I am just going through, making a plan. The video is playing and I'm, listening, rewinding step by step so I understand the terminology that's being used. And that's what I'll be doing for the rest of the video that you'll be seeing here. It's just going to be me in the background studying. So I'm just going to segue a little bit from what I'm doing here to just talk generally to you. I haven't really been on for a sit-down proper chit-chat, but I just decided, hey, let me just say some things that's on my chest because we're coming to the end of the year. This is a good time for self-reflection, the end of a year and the beginning of a new year. Evaluate where you've been, evaluate what you've accomplished, kind of go back on your thoughts, and kind of figure out where you are. Acknowledge where you are. And acknowledge how you feel about where you are. Have you met the goals you set out to meet? Have you accomplished all that you wanted to? And are you already thinking about where you're going to be next year? I'm talking about things like career, things like relationships, things like treating yourself, travel, if you like to travel. Are you already thinking about those things? I am. And this year passed, well, it's not past yet, 2023. I decided it was time to go back to school for what I really wanted to do, which is clinical nursing, nurse practitioner. So I did that. And there were a lot of changes that I had to make in my life, in my career, in my day-to-day function to accommodate this goal of mine, going back to school. I had to rely on friends and family and, just realize that this that I'm taking up, I would not be able to accomplish it by myself. And things that I could have done before, I would have to cut back on. Places that I enjoyed going, I would have to cut back and focus on this particular goal, going back to school and being as successful as I can be. So that's in that headspace. I'm also already planning for the new year and thinking about any changes that I'll have to make that would help me or sustain this goal of going back to school. So I'm thinking in terms of work, do I have to make any changes? My routine at home, like what changes do I need to make? Finances, relationship with friends and families. Like how can I still fit in visiting my family, having a little trip here and there because I like to travel, celebrating milestones, birthdays, special occasions. What changes do I need to make so that next year I'm not stressed out from January to December? So that's already where I'm thinking. And what about you? Are you already thinking? Are you someone who likes to practice self-reflection? Are you always in your head? Even if you're not that person, I would just admonish you to start thinking intentionally about where you are, where you want to be, and what steps you need to go there. So my advice would be to choose you. Choose to be a better version of you for 2024. A lot of what I'm saying here today, I'm also taking it for myself because there are many aspects in my life where I'm not where I need to be. I'm not even close to where I need to be. So I am taking moments here and there to start thinking about how I'm going to be better in certain aspects of my life. I am the type of person who like to write, so I am jotting down here and there, just random on sticky notes, what I need to do, like to take care of myself, to be on top of things, to be more organized. Sometimes I feel like I struggle with organization and it reflects in how I show up every day. I do not like to function in chaos, but sometimes I find myself for the entire week, I'm not on top of my things. My desk is a mess. My room is a mess. And then I realize, okay, it's just like maybe my time management is poor. So a lot of what I'm saying also applies to me. It's not just me trying to come on here and say, do this, do that, do the other. It's just me also speaking to myself. Even sometimes the way I write my notes, if it's not organized, I have to start over. I like using different color pen inks to kind of help me to get my key points, to highlight what I need to highlight. I also am very particular with stationery in terms of the tip for the pen and the texture and things like that. People who know me know that I'm like that. And this is just who I am. Don't change who you are, embrace it, but try to also be better. The video is coming to a close. Thank you if you stayed on to 9 minutes of me talking. I wish you well, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Thanks for viewing, and please share with a friend if you learned something from this video today.